Wow. What a match. What a tombstone. And MJF busted open. And no Jim Ross on commentary to call it an absolute disgrace. But Jim Ross didn't get to call some of that. Unbelievable. If you guys are in the chat right now, I need you really badly to go ahead and hit that like button and stick the thumb way up my ass if you can.
I'm gonna gargle your piss!
What a fantastic match that just got better as it went on tonight. The night wasn't looking too great. And then the...
Shit bum!
Whoa.
What a freaking main event. Fun night. Holy crap, that chair shot to Christian. Mox versus Hangman good. Hobb versus Elite fun. Overall 8. Hangman next for MJF.
Well, I'll tell you something. Alex Oley coming in with the $5 super chat party and becoming a $5 shit bum. Alex, thank you for being a shit bum, man. I really, 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 really appreciate that. Much appreciated, man. It's yeah. I mean, maybe Hangman is next for MJF. I don't know. We'll see. They set him up definitely for sure for something. I thought Hangman looked good tonight. That was the best match. I thought that was the best match of the night until the ending here. Man, I almost had to basically call it a night because shit, bro. I'd normally be in bed by now. I didn't think about how late this damn show was going to go tonight. It's ridiculous. Put him back on Saturdays. Good Lord. Nothing overshadowed the Iron Man match, which is great because it felt like the Texas Death Match, potentially could, but you were like, no, there's no way Danielson, and MJF are going to let, those matches eclipse them, right? Or let the Texas Death Match eclipse them, and you knew the first 20 minutes would be pretty soft, It's very similar. It's weird because it was very similar to WrestleMania 12, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, except it wasn't. It was different, and it was more brutal, actually. There was a lot of brutality tonight. I mean, you could have called this Extreme Rules instead of Revolution, and I would have believed you. Far beyond, what, WWE does when they call their Extreme Rules event Extreme Rules, and it's not really extreme. Tonight was more extreme, and it wasn't necessarily even advertised that way besides the Texas Death Match. I mean, you had just about everything, man. And that when the tombstone happened off the ropes, off the middle rope or wherever it was, when that tombstone spike happened towards the end there, that was when I was like, that's it, bro. I'm coming out of my pants for this show. I had this show at about a 6, and that main event match might have moved it to a 7.5 for me. That was huge, man. This show was at a 6 for me. I was like, all right, maybe a 5.5 or a 6. And I thought the show was all right, but it wasn't up to what I think AEW Stands Pay-Per-View can be. And then that Iron Man match just massaged my asshole, I thought that was pretty good. That main event was solid, man. I mean, I don't know how you don't like that. And I don't know how you don't like what we saw earlier in the night. Phenomenal stuff, guys. If you're in the chat, hit that like button. What's up, guys? If you're brand new to the channel, I hope you guys subscribe. And, of course, feel free to donate if you'd like. The donation link is pinned to the top of the chat if you guys want to donate. Keep my streams going. I said earlier tonight, I was like, I don't know, man. This could be my last AEW review. I don't know. The pay-per-view wise, this could be the last one. So, I don't know. This is so late now at this point for me. we got a poll going, too, of what the best match of the night is, and that's coming up, too, with some big, well, it's not the biggest numbers, but it's Sunday night. But last time I did a poll on a pay-per-view of AEW, I feel like we had like 800 votes on it pretty quickly, so you can tell a lot of people passed out, went to bed tonight. But best match of the night by far is MJF Danielson is just dominating that. Second place, Page and Moxley, which I thought that was the second best match of the night, and I thought the Buried Alive match was probably, it was a nice little thing. But again, this show needed that main event had to save this show from being a D. This show was going to come out being a D, and that main event really helped it. That helped it so much, man. That moves this show to about a 7 or so for me, and so that's huge because they were in trouble before that, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, shit! Allison!
Spot all day.
Allison Tuckwab!
I want you to jam it in. Whoa, it's in your bunghole. Whoa, it's in your bunghole.
Oh, this is the replay from earlier. That's why it's playing the Kenny Omega one. I couldn't figure it out. Allison, thank you. It's in your bunghole.
Audio Jungle.
Wee. Allison Tuckwab dropping $49.99. Hell yeah. Paid for the pay-per-view. There we go. Thank you, Allison. Yeah, when you replay a super chat, it plays the Kenny Omega bomb by accident. But she donated that earlier, and it hadn't played, so there's the replay of it, man. One of my favorites, man. We plan the spot all day. They plan that all day. I'm going to jam this flag up your ass at the end of the show. Oh, that sounded good. Go ahead, jam the flag up in my asshole. Yeah, okay. I mean, is that how the conversation went with him and Omega? It's got to be, right? God damn it, bro. I sat here crippled watching this, holding my side because my gallbladder still hurts, or my side, or whatever's going on. I think I might have a urinary tract infection on top of this, or I just have a breaking. Maybe my liver's dying. I don't know what's going on in my body. Maybe my liver's dying. But either way, I sat here and I made it. I made it through this whole show. I can't believe it. I mean, if that main event though did not save it like that, fuck, bro, it would be trouble. It'd be trouble in paradise, Kofi Kingston style, Good God. Allison, thank you for the $49.99. You are a sex goddess, Allison. Dude, MJF, I thought he was going to bleed to death, dude. He looked wrong when he got busted open tonight. He looked fucking wrong. Dude, there was so much blood. He's got like a gash or some kind of lump on his fucking head. I mean, what we should have done was we should have taken bets on when Moxley was going to bleed. You know what I mean? It wasn't about if he was going to bleed. Everybody knew he was going to bleed. People, I saw the polls everywhere. Is he going to bleed? No, we should have put a poll out. When is he going to bleed? Will he bleed in the first, minute? Will he bleed in the first 5 minutes? Will he bleed when will he bleed? And we should have taken that poll. And that could have been fun. But I didn't think of that in time. It's my fault. And I'm sorry. I should have been better. Yeah, a really good Iron Man match. I mean, it was very predictable as far as how it kind of went. It was very predictable. We basically predicted that. You know what I mean? I think I said that MJF would end up tapping, but after the bell, and he'd retain. And then we talked about probably it could go into sudden death, and I said no. I kind of dismissed it though. I was like, no, They're not going to do the WrestleMania 12 again. You know, everyone's done that. NXT did it, and now AEW has done it, I guess. Okay. But it was really well done. You know, it was like seeing the, you know, when they come out with so many movies nowadays, or so many shows and TV shows and movies, where they do something that was kind of already done, but if they redo it, you know, like the rise of what was the first Star Wars remake of J.J. Abrams, you know? It's like, okay, it's kind of like a remake of the original Star Wars in a different way. So it's good, but, you know, we've seen it before. That's sort of what it was. But they really added some things, and it was fun. And, you know, they paced it well. This is really well executed. This is one of the best executed Iron Man matches ever. I mean, this is a top 10 Iron Man match. It's probably a top 3 or 5 Iron Man match of all time. It's up there, man. It's up there. It's one of the seriously, like I have to rewatch other ones and figure it out, but I'll tell you, this was a top-notch match. That's a match of the year contender type of thing, you know. And Iron Man matches aren't always the greatest to, you know, rewatch, and the, you know, WrestleMania 12, once in a while I put that in and watch it again, and it's really good. But you know, it's long. This was very well done. You could tolerate watching this again. You know what I mean? You could tolerate watching this again. And that's really what I usually look for when I see a match. You know, like this is an hour match, so it's a lot to watch back if you're going to watch something back, you know? And I could deal with it. And there was some fucking shots, bro, in that MJF Moxley match. I mean, Moxley and Page match. I can't believe how much blood came out of MJF in that finisher. And good call on kind of making Page and all them the heels, Saraya, whatever, psoriasis. Because, yeah, people were just done with that. So that was, you know, good call there. It's 1-2 Bret Michaels.
Super chat party.
Joe Jones is Christ.
Oh, my God, he's back again. We haven't heard from him in a long time, but my God, Joe Jones is Christ once again. Thank you for the super chat of $1.99. Joe Jones is indeed Christ. Listen, you donate, I'll agree to anything almost. You know what I mean? I'll agree to almost anything. Joe Jones is Christ. I will worship him. You let me know when the next sermon happens. Top Dono, Allison, Takwab. Jungle Boy and Christian was good enough for what it was. How about Dax getting busted open there? Like, he just comes out to do this thing like, we're FTR, we're the shit, we're coming for the titles, and he gets busted open. I mean, bro, everybody was getting busted open tonight. There was blood all around. Blood all around, man. And it was sexy. And we got, I don't have a ton of time, but I'm jumping over. Mustafa's on Discord. We're going to hear from Mustafa. He's going to tell us about the sanctity of marriage.
You donated $50. I'm going to take my dick out because you donated $50.
The Soundwave!
You donated $50, motherfucker, boy. I'm a rich motherfucker.
Ooh.
After the dog shit build leading up to this PPV, it's a good thing that AEW delivered a great show tonight. Hangman vs. Mox was some crazy shit, but MJF drew the most blood tonight. Main event stole the show and easily a match of the year contender. 8 tenths.
8 out of 10 from the Soundwave 92, who just dropped $50. Holy shit, who's going to beat that? The Soundwave 92, thank you for the $50, man. And you know what? It is match of the year contender. And And yeah, I think MJF said, fuck, I'm going to have to cut the shit out of my head. Because, bro, they bled in that other match. How the hell can I top that? You know what I mean? He was working uphill. Soundwave 92, thank you, man. He was working uphill because, like, dude, there was so much blood in this death match, and now you're trying to tell your story at the end. I mean, I didn't think you necessarily need to do that, but he really got busted open, man. He was a Crimson Tide mask. Soundwave 92, thank you. $50. Oh, get me hard. But no, bro. Listen, this was something. This is something that saved the show because they were in some trouble, in my opinion. I was sitting here like, all right, this has got to be on the bottom list. I mean, the only thing was the Texas Death Match. If that Iron Man match could have not hit the right way, and it ended up hitting the right way, and the crowd get into it too. If the crowd doesn't get into it, it falls flat a bit too. Mustafa, what'd you think, you sex beast?
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here right now to talk about a 4-hour and 48-minute pay-per-view.
It's Sunday. You know what that means? AEW Revolution is coming to you live.
I'm sorry, the show just started replaying on its own in the background. All right, you got it off. Wow.
Apparently, Excalibur thinks of you as a high contender, and he's apparently a fan now.
Well, he just ruined your sermon there that you were cutting. You were cutting this big promo, and then you got cut off by Excalibur.
Well, I mean, maybe it's because he just loves you so much he wants to be part of the JCS army. Who knows?
It's all good. It's all good. So what did you think, Mustafa? I kind of get the gist of what I know. You know what I thought of it for the most part. I just kind of laid it out there. Wasn't that, there wasn't a ton of great things, but what the main event did by being that good was it added to the rest of the show, I think. But what did you think? I'll probably give this show a 7 out of 10 or 7.5 out of 10. Maybe 7. I'll go 7.
Before I even get to the main event, I mean, let's just, I guess, talk about from, top to bottom. So I started watching the pre-show, which actually was refreshing for a change in terms of only just having, like, I guess, one match. But it doesn't erase the fact that you have an hour-long main event with potential extra, time being added. And we've talked about this before where it's like, again, as you saying before, it's just like, damn, I wish the show wasn't as long, but it's all right. I mean, no pressure at all. But the first match, the 6-man tag, as expected, it was really just to, hype up the crowd and the baby faces going over with the Lucha Brothers and Mark Briscoe and, going after Mark Sterling and just, getting their baby face comeback and all that stuff. So it was a decent way to start off. And then we start off with Chris Jericho and Ricky Starks on the program, which I wasn't expecting that to be the opener, but I was like, cool, why not? Basically, the whole point of this match was to obviously say, can Ricky beat Jericho without the help of the JAS? They were selling basically Ricky's ribs throughout the whole match. Ricky's just showing like, that babyface fire comeback each and every time. Eventually, one of the JAS members comes out and tries to storm, but then is interrupted and intersected. And then Jericho gets out the bat, hits Ricky with the bat. Ricky blocks the Judas effect and ends up scoring the victory, eventually making him the winner.
The block on the Judas effect was cool. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I actually wasn't expecting Ricky Starks actually coming out with a clean win. Were you?
I was. Yeah, I thought he would just beat Jericho. Because
Okay.
why else? Why else are they? I mean, why else are they doing this? But nobody predicted as many things. Here's the thing. Like, oh, did I lose you on Discord? I think I lost you. Discord shit itself. I was just about to announce that the Dork Knight is here, and the Dork Knight called a ton of shit. Like, that guy was spot on, like, with his shit tonight. I don't know what happened, Mustafa, but Discord shit itself. I'll come back there in a second. But yeah, what a fucking phenomenal fucking main event. But yeah, no, I think Jericho and Starks, I just didn't care too much about it or for it. I don't care. I don't think this is going to help Ricky Stark that much, in my opinion. I just think he's not entertaining enough to me. He's missing something. You know, he's I don't know, man. He's just missing something. He's sort of like a cocky asshole, but like he doesn't, like, I don't connect with him. It's like we talk about Eli Drake, L.A. Knight, right? L.A. Knight. If Ricky Starks had L.A. Knight's gimmick, he could be good. But Ricky Starks doesn't really have a gimmick. He just sort of is a sassy guy, and he goes out there and he wrestles. And there's not much to it. I don't know how well that's going to work out for him, man. I got to be honest. They didn't build this pay-per-view very well. And they were, obviously, we knew that we all said that they're going to be relying on this just being good by accident. I think the Texas Death Match, that thing with them was built fairly well enough. And that was probably the only thing besides Jungle Boy and Christian. But Jungle Boy and Christian, again, I said, lost steam. I was like, why are they still on this feud with these two guys? It's just been too long, you know, and it just didn't work out. Am I going to Raw? No, I'm not going to Raw. No way. Unless you give me $1,000, I'll go to Raw. You give me $1,000, I'll go to Raw. But no, other than that, no way, man. I'm fucking poor and I'll be at work. I probably won't even. I don't even know if I'm going to cover Raw tomorrow. To be honest, with the way things are going. You were spot on, Dork, with a lot of things. I was on about the main event and maybe a couple other things. A couple other things I didn't get really right, and I didn't really do a prediction show anyway, so, you know, it really wasn't, you know, that big a deal. You know, I think that I like the opening. I like what they started with. Jericho and Starks, I think, you know, made sense enough. I think there was one too many matches on the show. You know, take one match away, this would have been better. I like Jungle Boy coming out in the jeans, going Shawn Michaels versus Triple H street fight look. I like it. Chair shot was horrific. That worked. Into the casket goes Christian, I guess. I just, like, what is Christian going to do from here now? I don't know. And then the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, House of Black have just a fucking video game match like you would expect. Crowd pretty much liked it. It was all right. I didn't really pick up too much from it because I honestly, I sort of barely paid attention to it. I just listened to the crowd a lot while I was making some dinner. Well, I didn't really eat much because my fucking gallbladder, whatever the fuck is wrong with me. We don't know what's wrong with me, but I barely ate. But I was making food and talking to the kids and stuff, and I had it on my phone while I was leaving the computer area. And so, like, it was the least watched thing. I think it was all right, but it just wasn't, you know, they have to, in order for me to love their matches, like, they have to be knocked down, drag out of this world, bonkers shit going on for me to enjoy the Young Bucks stuff, and they didn't hit it here. They hit it before against, like, Penta and them when they did that cage match a while back, and several other times against several other teams, you know, that they actually were super entertaining, but they took a very big backseat here to me tonight. The women did all right. You know, they did their thing and tried to tell the story of this new group here of uniting with the former WWE girls basically coming together. Okay. You know, then Hangman came out to, what's the song he came out to? God damn it, I can't remember. But anyway, I thought it was a decent entrance for Hangman Page. I like his regular theme, though. Listen. He's got a good regular theme. And then Moxley and Page really had a fun ooh and ah type of hardcore Texas death match. The crowd really fed into it. They liked it. I liked it. You know, Hangman wasn't wearing butterfly pants, so that's good. No butterfly pants from Hangman. There was a lot of fun stuff in this. But, yeah, I think there's something to what Lame said a little bit, hyper analyzing killed wrestling. I mean, maybe a little bit. I think everybody's just kind of over a lot of stuff with wrestling. Everybody's just seen so much, and it's so overexposed. It just gets worse as we go on. But at some point we'll hit an era where our era will die. Once the era of us die, you know what I mean? In the next, I would say in the next like 15 years, right? Sometime in the next 15 years, there'll only be like 500,000 fans left who are still watching wrestling wherever it is. There'll be like 500,000 people from our era who are still watching, maybe 300,000, 500,000. And if that's the case, then what you could possibly have is this new crop of fans that will then start watching wrestling, and they'll be all new to it, marking out maybe because they don't know, or they know it's fake, but they have different reactions. I don't know. I'm not sure what will happen, but I'm thinking maybe that could happen. Maybe wrestling will be recycled almost, and people will know it's fake, but they won't be so overexposed that they know everything, and they're new to watching wrestling and knowing it's fake, as opposed to all of us who have been constantly seeing everything and know all the things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I wonder if that's where things will go. But there's not a lot of new fans being created right now. So I thought it would have been pretty cool if Bryan Danielson went for the Basaiku knee kick at the end and MJF just sidestepped it and Bryan Danielson ran into the fucking turnbuckle pads, knees into the fucking turnbuckle pads instead. And then he fucking, as he came off of it, MJF hit him, or grabbed him or did something, something like that. I don't know, that would have been kind of cool. Wardlow's match, with Samoa Joe, okay, whatever. They didn't need to have this match, is from what I could see. And then the tag team 4-way match was ridiculous, too long, and whatever. Unfortunately, the Acclaimed came out. They're one of my favorite things ever. You guys know since day one I've loved them. I've loved the Scissor Me from the beginning, the Rap from the beginning. I've always loved the Acclaimed. But, they're kind of forgotten about here. And on top of that, the Rap wasn't the greatest either. So coming out at the beginning, the Rap wasn't the best. Normally the Rap is fire. Not only was the Rap not the best, it was also off time at one point. So which was weird. Usually they kill it, but didn't work out that well. So, at this point you're thinking, all right, the show has really just been, this one good match. Everything else has just been it's like a Wednesday. FTR comes out. That's cool. Everybody expected it, but it's cool. And Dax is fucking bleeding for some reason. He gets busted open during it. Dork Knight in the chat says, I actually think the draw ending would have been better, but that's probably just me. Some people might have thought that, but I'm sure there would have been a lot of angry people if that happened, Dork Knight. No doubt about it. Dude, Kyle Palace Dave is here. Gives it a solid 8 out of 10 in the chat. Very interesting stuff there. I'm going to give tonight a 7.5. But I do think that main event saved it for me from being a pretty bad, kind of D tonight. But there were a couple good matches, so that's a good thing. As you see in the poll. I could only think of 3 matches that I would viably put on the poll. And with 415 votes, it's pretty unanimous for the most part that it's MJF and Danielson. But Page and Moxley does get a second place look here, which is really good for them. MJF had an entrance with the orchestra, and it I think we couldn't hear it. At least I couldn't. Didn't sound right for me. But I do like that he came out with the devil mask on again. And how about the fact that MJF is ripped? MJF has been putting in so much time in the gym. Dude, I mean, he looks like fucking Rick the Model Martel. But Rick Model Martel might have been on roids at one point. You know what I mean? MJF is not. MJF putting in some serious friggin' work. He looks great. Wood hump. Okay?
I'm gonna gargle your piss!
You do that.
Fucking Mark!
Go ahead and do it, MJF. I'm down.
I'm
I'ma leave this briefcase right
Here comes a
here.
donation from
I'ma
Allison
leave this
Tupwab.
briefcase right here. I'ma leave this briefcase right here. I'ma leave this briefcase right here. I'ma leave this briefcase right here. Son, run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch.
She's so damn big, look at her big camel toe. Yeah, she got big titty. Yeah, big titty, living in the city. Itty bitty titty committee. Yeah, look at her stomach running into her pubes, all over her boobs. Yeah, no neck, but she got the breast. What the heck? We about to blow, we about to go. Run away, yo, that shit about to blow.
I did send you $49 today. That other one was from yesterday. The end of the match was good with MJF. If WWE is still around, MJF says he's going down in 2014.
Damn. MJF says he's going down in 2024. The bidding war of 2024. Allison Tuckwab, thank you for the $49 again. And for the $19.99. Allison is single-handedly trying to keep the shows on the air. You know, I've already had to get rid of multiple shows on this channel and work later hours at my real regular job now. But I'll tell you, Allison is trying to keep this shit afloat. Allison trying to keep this shit afloat. And the media scrum still hasn't started. Yeah, I'll probably go to bed to it, to be honest. Because, yeah. Got a couple minutes left. To be honest, I got a very, very early morning tomorrow. And I've got to be up very early. And this is way later than I expected to be up. And back in the day, obviously, when I did YouTube full-time for about 4 or 5 years, you know, I'd stay up all night. We'd be partying all night talking shit. You know, and then we get into other stuff and everything go nuts. But now it's not the way it is anymore, unfortunately. But you never know. But so, you know, make it count right now in the chat. Whether you got something to say, you want to super chat, you want to donate, or you want to say something in the chat. Now's the time to do it. Alvel says she burning rubber in those flip-flops. Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't fall on her face in that donation video. Devontae says MJF and Danielson definitely earned their paychecks tonight. Khan ruined every one of his big names, and it's sad, says Bobby Means. The Soundwave 92. Honestly, it might be the best Iron Man match in AEW. Better than Pac and Omega in 2020. I mean, yeah, I think that is the best Iron Man match in AEW. And I think that might be one of the top 5 best Iron Man matches. And I can't even name the other ones. I'd have to go back and look. I think Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano is on that list, I think. And there might have been something else, too, and I don't remember. And, yeah, I don't know. It could be Jungle Boy that's next. It could be Jungle Boy MJF. It could be Hangman Page. You know, that way, you know, MJF would go through another guy. Yeah, but Jungle Boy's on the rise in his own right, so they may want to stay away from that. I think it's possible at some point, you know, maybe Wardlow gets back to taking a shot at MJF again, to maybe revisit that potentially. I mean, that helped out Wardlow the last time, but I don't know. I'm not 100%. We'll find out though. Yeah, we'll have a lot to say probably tomorrow or the next day. I'll review the media scrum. I'm sure it won't be as exciting as the best media scrum ever in the history of AEW. Obviously, months ago. What up to TSS? Holy fuck, TSS is here. Man, it's good to see you, TSS. How you been, dude? Yeah, and it's not that I'm tired and I gotta, you know, that sort of things. It's more of, you know, got to get up early in the morning, you know. Really, really appreciate it. These shows would be, Zach Seymour says, these shows would be so much better quality if there were 4 to 5 matches. Yeah, I just think that there was, you know, I would even say I'm fine with them having a good amount. They just should have eliminated one. There was one too many. One too many matches tonight. You know, I'm not that bothered by, 7 matches, but 8 or 9 is too much. 6, 7, that's where I'd want to be with my review or with my, if I was doing this. But yeah, MJF and Bryan Danielson obviously steal the show. And the only thing really else, and there was by the way, the pre-show, they had some guy on. He was like over the top, ridiculous. I don't know what people thought of him. Road RJ or something or other. I don't know. I didn't really care for him too much. He was just a little too over the top comedy. It kind of, when you're that comedic as the interviewer, it's like he took away from he interviewed Hobbs and he made Hobbs look ridiculous, I thought. Like, that guy did not work. RJ City or whatever his name was, that didn't work. The guy was making everything ridiculous because he was so over the top. I don't know. I just didn't. He was pretty good in a way, but it was just like it didn't fit right for me. I didn't really like that. I'd have to give a thumbs down, man. On that. I'm just not too 100% happy with what he did tonight. RJ City, yeah. That's who it was. Right? Dork Knight was on fire with his predictions tonight. I think there was a lot of predictable stuff, but I mean, I didn't go perfect. And I didn't even give my predictions, really, so it didn't really count anyway. But I did not go perfect. I think if I remember in my head, it was like 80% or something like that. But yeah, if you're brand new to the channel, I hope you guys subscribe, click the like button, and I may be live tomorrow night for the Raw review. And obviously, I would have been live longer tonight if this show had ended at 11:30. 11 or 11:30 or something. I mean, goddamn, bro. MJF just made a random guy eat a pickle on the AEW. What the fuck is going on? We got to check that out. I've got to go check that out. That is just too fucking weird. I think that's what I'm going to bed to tonight. I'm going to bed to the press conference. That's too good. Yeah. I mean, we got to go listen to that, bro. That's too good. Look at that. Rake that back, brother. Rake that back. We got to play it. Let's play some of that. The press scrum is killing me. Let's play some of this. Hopefully they don't take us out. They do that sometimes on the press conference. I don't know why the press conferences. It's like they get fucking anal about the press conferences. It's kind of ridiculous. Here it is.
What, are we scared? There we go, Will.
Will Washington,
I know your
Fightful.
name. Jesus Christ. You're a great guy.
So,
Yeah.
about
Is this going to be a CM Punk parody?
Oh, all right. Okay, Dreads. What were you saying?
5 minutes into the Iron Man match tonight, you are making the rounds virally for having thrown a drink, a mom's drink, on her kid.
Yeah.
So this question is kind of a twofold. It goes for both Max and for Tony. One for Max, what's going through your mind throwing the drink on the kid?
Kid looked thirsty. What's the second question?
And two, Tony, will there be any type of consequences for Max?
We had a conversation before we came up here. We had a serious conversation, and I mean that. And it's not to be taken lightly. The young man Titus was a real pro about it, and we'll see Titus here again in AEW. And I believe Titus is actually coming to Sacramento. But I was just with him, and he was a real champ about it. And the champion didn't act like a champion there, but I think Titus was great.
Oh my god, I love MJF is eating a fucking bunch of pickles, bro. Look at the pickle jar. Now, what I want to see is MJF like take the pickles and then insert them into Tony Khan's mouth, like feed the pickles to Tony Khan. That's what I want to see. Feed Tony Khan fucking pickles. That's what I want to see. And Tony Khan sucks on the pickles like they're cocks. You know, that, I mean, listen, I know some people out there are like, nah, bro, what the fuck? What the hell's wrong with you? But no, that's what I want to see, bro. I want to see him suck on fucking pickles like they're cocks. That's what I want to see. And if we can get that, then we're golden. You know what I mean? Please. Let that be a thing, brother. Let it be a thing. Look at the fucking pickles, bro. What the fuck is going on?
Salt of the earth, that Titus. Real worried about him. What else
Titus, tight ass.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Amy Nemedy with WrestleJoy.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations on your title defense.
Yeah.
So you just fought a 16-minute Iron Man match with one of the best wrestlers in the world, one of the best technical wrestlers in the world.
You know who the best one is now?
Clearly, it's you.
Yeah.
So I was curious, what are your thoughts as you've realized that you have successfully defended your championship and dethroned one of the greatest wrestlers in the world? And what are your preparations heading into a match like a 60-minute Iron Man match?
So my prep was absolutely insane, and I am not afraid to admit that I understood the task at hand when it came to facing the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. I am not going to sit here and pretend that Bryan Danielson isn't an absolutely incredible athlete, because he is. Every single day, I'd wake up at 5 a.m. I would take a cold plunge. I would then do fasted cardio for 45 minutes. And then after that fasted cardio, I'd go in the sauna for 30 minutes. And then after that sauna, I would take a shower, not a cold shower, a normal shower. Then I would eat 12 ounces of oatmeal and 10 and a half ounces of white eggs, no yolk. And then I would go to the gym and I would lift like a maniac. And then I would go on the Stairmaster for an hour. And I'm sure there are people at home who are watching this right now that think I'm bullshitting, but I'm completely dead serious. I have never been in better shape in my entire life. I feel I truly gave Bryan Danielson. I feel I was dragging him by his nose at points in that match. I think I exhausted Bryan Danielson.
I mean, pretty interesting stuff, man. Suck on a pickle, brother. MJF killing it on the press conference. No doubt about it.
Shit bum.
MJF is eating pickles and ranting at Scrum Roll.
Dude, I gotta tell you, man, I really want a fucking pickle now. Like, this is actually kind of pissing me off. Like, this made me hungry. I'm not supposed to eat before I go to bed tonight now. But god damn it, dude. I'm fucking hungry now because of MJF. Why did he have to do this? Why did MJF have to go and make me fucking hungry, bro? Like, dude, what the hell, bro? Those pickles look goddamn fucking delicious right now. God damn it, do they look yummy. Dude, I want to eat those pickles so bad, bro. Oh, God, I want to tear them up. I want to tear into them pickles and eat the fuck out of them, dude. I want to taste them pickles up. Suck and slurp on them. You know? God damn, do I want to taste them pickles. Fuck. Anyway, I'm out. Everybody have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow night. Monday Night Raw review in Boston, but I'm in Boston, but I won't be in Boston. Thank you for the donos. Thank you to Soundwave 92 for dropping the big 50. And, you know, if you really want to support the channel, man, and you get a chance to, go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show and save the show. Paige looking hot tonight. Paige looking like a yummy tonight. Holy shit, bro. I give it a 7 out of 10. I don't know what happened on Discord, but Discord shit itself and I gave up. And I'm going to bed. Sorry, it sucks that I have to, you know, be quick about the review, but I really got to be up early. See you then. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Go check out the Media Scrum. Here's the link. The Media Scrum.
Welcome to the desk.
Thank you very much, Taz.
Hello, sir.
Mr. Schiavone.
Hello.
Man in the mask. How are you today?
Doing quite well,
You
sir.
little creme brulee, you. I'd like to crack you and let you just melt in me. I would, honestly.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Yikes. We're rocking and rolling.
You little
up,
creme brulee, you.
I told you we're starting out hot, guys.
Really are.